Welcome to Camp Randall Stadium, home to the Wisconsin Badgers. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Illinois Fighting Illini, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Wisconsin Badgers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Illinois about to kick it away to get things started. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. So the Wisconsin Badgers offense will come out first. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down. He finally goes out of bounds, but you better check that laundry on the field. Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. Here comes the offense on second down. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Running back searching for a hole. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Let's talk for a second about Illinois. Good pickup on the recruiting trail last week. Three-star offensive lineman gives them a verbal, and this is the type of talent they need to get into the program and then develop.
Yeah, and this really was more of an emotional decision, I think, for him as well. He's been a fan of this program ever since he was a young boy, and now he's getting a chance to live out his dreams. As a three-star, he had opportunities to go elsewhere to play in better conferences against better competition, but this for him felt like home, and now he has a chance to go out and live that dream.
Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. He splits the uprights, and that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
I'll tell you, this is not an easy place to play on the road, especially at nighttime. This crowd, they get loud. That's the way it's been so far, but they have a nice drive to open it up. They're able to execute. They put themselves in field goal range, knock it through the uprights. They did exactly what they needed to do, taking a 3-0 lead here early on the road. That's impressive.
And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on third down, forcing the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
A first down run on the doorstep. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground looking for the end zone. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
Grinding and churning close to the goal line, but he'll be stopped inches short.
And how about the response from this defense? Put in a horrible situation, horrible field position. Jesse, they bowed their necks 3 times in a row.
Yeah, and it's a sudden change situation, and they practice that all week. You never know when they're going to come up, but you have to have guys on the field playing with a sense of urgency. This has been awesome defensively. Well, they were able to get a field goal and put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. You would have liked to have seen the offense do a little bit more with that possession, give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can get it.
Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. They'd love to get something started here, down 6-0. Handoff to the single back. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives, and the best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Badgers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Hauls it in. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
And that's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it, make something good happen after the catch. And quite honestly, they need him because they've thrown a couple of picks now in this game. They've got to find a way to get this guy more involved.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. Sort of getting in touch with their inner James White, Melvin Gordon, or Jonathan Taylor to pick up another 1st down.
I mean, it's just crazy the list of guys they've had play here in the Wisconsin tradition, and it continues, right? Everybody who's here, you're going to be featured. You're going to get touches. So, hey, recruits, you want to carry the football a lot? Come to Wisconsin.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Quickly complete. Makes a man miss. They made the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. They had the 1st down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on 2nd down. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Back to pass. Got his man on the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Wide open downfield. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. A costly penalty wipes out that 3rd down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. Lofts one high and deep. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. And the Badgers decide to punt it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. Always a positive to put up early points, and they'll try to add to this 6-0 edge. Give to the running back. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Yeah, not great blocking up front. They're struggling to get the running game going. And tell you what, they got to find something. Last week was a bad performance, and this offense has got to get some momentum early in this game and find something that they do really, really well and someone they can count on.
You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
To throw, it's Slater. Catch in the middle, it's Jones. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Line getting set on 2nd down. The give to the back. Brings into the open. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working. Listen to this place. Oh, man, do they love their Badgers. 3rd down coming. He'll pull it on the read. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Probably hope for a little bit more on that one. It'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
The Badgers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wide receiver going in motion. With jet sweep pass. And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44.
And you think about when you hit those guys on the move, man, he's already flying so fast, and I got to adjust my angle as a DB and make sure I keep outside contained, and it's a really easy play to run to get positive yards, especially in a situation like that where you're looking for the 1st down. You run that play, you get it. Nice, easy breezy.
Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down. And the Badgers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll go to the ground. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking downfield on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. Gets it past the marker for a 1st down, and that's the way we will wrap up the 1st quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Illinois has the lead here. And we've come to the end of the 1st as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Looking for room. It's blocked. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6. And they'll send out the field goal unit. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. The lead is down to a field goal.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
The returner's going to try to see what he can get. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Illinois offense returns to the field. They've put up a couple of field goals so far, but now looking for a way to take a drive all the way to the end zone. They'll try the run. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Offense will try to strike on 1st and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking downfield, it's Slater. Rushes on him. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
Well, this quarterback's already taken a couple shots from the pocket, and there's another one right there that affected his accuracy on that throw.
Listen to this place. Oh, man, do they love their Badgers. 3rd down coming. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he's stopped. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm, something.
He's going for a big play downfield. Makes the grab inside the 30. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line.
And this 4 vertical play is something that every offense in the country has in their playbook, but they don't all run it as good as this offense does. Really nice job making the play call, but when you've got athletes like this and a quarterback that can fit the football into small windows, good things generally happen. That is tremendous execution on that pass play.
Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Quickly complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the 1st.
to the air on second down. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Badgers. Quick strike through the air for the score.
Well, one of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play just like he did right there for 6 points.
Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Illinois can be aggressive here on second and short. Using his legs, it's hurling. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on third down. You need more.
There he goes. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a man. It's Slater. Quickly out to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. That penalty cost him a third down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. Listen to this place. Oh, man, do they love their Badgers. Third down coming. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Here comes the heat. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. Put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance.
Turning it on! They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox. Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers, and you saw it there on the incompletion.
He'll come through on third downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Out of the gun to give to the back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking to fire. He's got it on the run. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Badgers will snap it on 1st and 10. Here we go. Lost a throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. He gets it in. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Illinois offense returns to the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Back to pass, it's Slater. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Trying to make magic on the scramble.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Listen to this place. Oh, man, do they love their Badgers. Third down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Wants to bring it back. He only needs a sliver of daylight. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that one.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
Makes the catch. Snowed under by the defense.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
And that's a play the defense absolutely had to have. They've given up some big plays in this first half, and they're down on the scoreboard right now. Something positive needed to happen. Maybe that's the interception that changes the momentum in this game. It's now up to their offense to try and score some points here before the first half ends.
Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Dropping back, it's Slater. Fires toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a terrific atmosphere there in Madison. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half.
And the Badgers will kick it away to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some...
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
You have to imagine the game plan in the second half. Being down, I got to come out and throw the football successfully, but how about this offensive line? They don't do their job. They don't protect their guy, and the defense setting the tone right out the gate.
Got a man. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Illinois needs a big play here on 3rd and long. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. That leg is staying loose, already the 5th kick of the night. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Starts a drive, trying to go up top. Fires to the tight end. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you could tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game.
They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. Complete in the middle. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Complementary offensive football, finding just enough balance, and Wisconsin quarterbacks have always done a great job staying within their system.
Stay within the system, stay within yourself, know when to chuck the football. But more importantly, what do you got to do, Reese? You got to take care of the football. Play action, make those plays, but don't put the ball in harm's way.
And he runs into a wall, maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now it's tough sledding on the ground.
And he'll make the grab along the sideline, but he's not able to get to the first down marker.
Man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them leaning one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection, nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
It's complete to the right. Oh, he's got some space. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Here they come on third down, and the defense has had no answers so far. From the gun, wants to pass. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The Badgers line up to punt it away. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. He makes a fair catch just outside his own 10 at the 11-yard line. The Illinois offense returns to the field. These guys really need to get something going on this drive. They are still well within striking distance, but they have very little to show for their possession so far. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Pressure coming. And a sack all the way back at the 5. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
And you thought maybe in the second half this offense could just find their rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for in a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
They'll leave it with him. They pull him down after a 4-yard gain down to the 24.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
I don't need it to be pretty. I just need my inches. Third down in inches. Nice job by getting the first down. Always fall forward, play physical. Don't get east and west. Stay north and south. Nice job by the running back.
And the Badgers getting set on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Fires to the wideout. He makes a grab. Stop at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Badgers are marching down the field. Trying to pound it in. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal.
Military stunt.
Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. They're set to kick it off, and you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Rides the back and leaves it. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air, or you've got to be more physical up front.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close, and when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them, and guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Never has to leave the pocket and fires over the middle. Makes a grab for a big play. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. A costly penalty wipes out that third down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. The Fighting Illini needs to get it to the county line for a first down. On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. That's reeled in. It's Jones. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
He almost had another one. They've already picked off 3 and just a hair away from number 4 there. And the Badgers will line up to punt it away. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. The run from the shotgun. This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over it.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered.
Breaks into the open. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
After getting that fumble, if you're on offense here, you've got to be thinking touchdown, right? So after that run play, this is a big third down opportunity to either stay on the field or score a TD. You wouldn't feel very good if you only walk away here with a field.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Keeps it on the bootleg. Zings it complete to the right. Touchdown, Badger! And the route is on.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, and you've got to lock in.
Starting this drive like that is exactly what they had hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Leaves it with the running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Illini just added to its workload after that last play. It's 2nd and long. Off the play fake. Finds his tight end. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successful.
And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. 2nd down coming up. Looking to throw, it's Keene. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
You see an incompletion there. I think a big reason why this team is in such a hole right now in the fourth quarter is they have just not been able to find the explosive plays throwing the ball. And you got to wonder at this point, is it too little too late?
Got it in the middle, it's Jones. And he's knocked down immediately, but they're in the red zone at the 14.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Back to pass on 2nd down. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. The Fighting Illini facing a 3rd and long to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Unleashes to the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
From the gun, the ground game. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
Man, this is a punch to the gut. When you know you're losing, and you know you got to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the football, and they still run the football down your throat. It's been that kind of day for this defense.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43.
Set, ready.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. There he goes. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
It's great to have a physical offensive line that you can count on, that you can just lean on them up front and fall forward and get first downs. Man, what a comfortable, what a nice spot to be in if you're an offensive coordinator.
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move.
Yeah, and that's a great job by this offense. And I'll tell you what, 4th quarter, you have the lead. That's exactly what you want to do. Lean on these guys, run the football, eat that clock.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Looks like the offense will just take a knee. I'm not really sure what the thought process here is other than just trying to troll them by not running a play. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And now the lead is even bigger.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
This drive will open from the 15. Looking to pass. It's Keene. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building